I was alluding to before about habits, and it's, you need to be able to go into look. It's not going to be able to. It's going to be easy to put yourself up for a big game like PSG, but look, you want to go into it feeling good about yourself, feeling good about your performance. You're always your best critique as a player, as I always believe. But look, they're going to be out there. It's not going to be a full Emirates, but look, the guys will go out there and do a job tonight, and I would expect them to be so professional and get a result, because that's the mindset. And look at the captain right now; he's very focused as always. So yeah, I expect an Arsenal win, but it's
of their starting 11 started this time last week in the Bernabeu, including this midfield three. Bukayo Saka not involved from the start, though. Mikel Merino not involved at all. So a rare start for Raheem Sterling alongside Leandro Trossard and Gabriel Martinelli, both scorers at Ipswich on Sunday. Bukayo Saka not fit enough to start, but he is fit enough for a place on the bench after he limped off at Pullman Road. Oliver Glasner makes 4 changes to the side that drew to look in different directions. Arsenal, well, they may just have a lazy eye on the Champions League semi-final. Crystal Palace, I'm sure, will have a firm one on Kivior away. Boot from Kivior into Martinelli, a scorer in his last 2 games in Madrid. Guard the captain to take. Drops it in, Kivior! Brilliant header from the pole. His first goal of the season inside the first 3 minutes. Arsenal 1, Crystal Palace 0.
What was that you were saying about an early goal? Wow, what a header. He's at his...
The Premier League's best defence. Kamada. In by Mitchell. Munoz. Brought in by Raya. Gehi's got it in. Blasted into the congested area. Kamada, who elects to go a little more direct. Raya Kang didn't get too close to that. Eddie Nketiah was the man who met it. Declan Rice looking to slide it through. All the way, it's back with Rice, who fires it wide. His pockets picked for the Eagles. Man's land temporarily. Devaney nearly fell for him, and Raya able to recover. He's looked strangely unsure so far, David Raya.
He has, hasn't he? Thought about coming, changed his mind. Eddie Nketiah, well, so far, way below the semi-final, Hoven interview.
Colombian. Build up here, Mitchell's ball in too close to David Raya though. Munoz.
Nothing much has gone right. You can see that lack of confidence.
As far as what is left. Sterling for Declan Rice! Well, he caught it well, but he didn't catch it on target.
Certainly did catch it well. Not the easiest.
Found Devaney, who's looking for Nketiah. Munoz. Kamada, the willing run. Eza. Oh, that's brilliant! In off the post from Ebere Eze, who bounces in, an excellent equaliser for Crystal Palace. 1-1.
But there aren't many players you'd fancy following. Interesting corner, that.
Nketiah just couldn't find the finish. Deflected over.
Well, had it not been for Kivior, he would have got himself a goal here. But you feel he should have got himself a goal once in. I'm sure. Well, all the fans in.
Sterling to his right. Here's Rice. Arsenal corner. Lewis Skelly does something like that. Trossard brought down by Eza. Munoz. Challenge from Gehi on Sterling. The Arsenal man is down in a heap. And they have at Selhurst Park. Trossard, very good first touch. And Leandro Trossard is in red-hot form at the moment. He restores Arsenal's lead. He gets his third goal in 2 games. Arsenal 2, Crystal Palace 1.
It's a lovely bit of footwork, it really is. I mean, the finish.
Here's Trossard. Gehi. Locked away by Kivior. Who recognised what a good chance that was. Now Henderson has come but hasn't claimed, and isn't.
No, I'll be hoping he's getting it out of the way early doors before next week.
Is courtesy of Leandro Trossard. His third goal in the space of 4 days given them the Premier League for the Gunners. Space of 4 days in the Premier League.
It'll be just been some sharp reminders for Arsenal not to get too relaxed, Theo.
Yeah, no, absolutely, because I was talking about obviously good behaviours, and they're going to want to go into this second half and get into a comfortable position, because there's been elements of Crystal Palace. They're in this.
So we have the likes of Ismail Assar got at the back. Now Gehi. Lewis Skelly. Felled by Devaney. Arsenal have a chance to dip into their catalogue of set pieces. A yellow card. Henderson, who got the touch to it, but not enough to get it away. Scrambled away in the end. And the referee has spotted an infringement in there. I think a foul on Dean Henderson.
There were very similar tactics to try and free up a man from Arsenal. Lots of blocking in there as Odegaard.
Contribution this season. Raya just gets enough on it. Devaney and Munoz were coming in behind.
Yeah.
A substitute's role here for half an hour. Likewise Wharton, who's for Raya. Sarr. Devaney.
Completely messed that one up. Came off his shoulder, I think. Certainly didn't get a clean contact on it. Free header.
Munoz will get there first and keep it in. Acrobatic attempt from Eddie Nketiah. Mitchell. That'll be a corner. Ryan makes the save. Perfectly positioned to deny at point-blank range there. The Spaniards, they go deep to Munoz. Raya's missed it, and across the face of goal it goes.
Well, he'll want to forget about tonight pretty quickly, I think. David Raya. I don't know. I mean, that's a ball.
Tipped up by Martinelli. And Henderson gets across to deny Bukayo Saka. With that fantastic save.
Saka comes out of no.
Timber across, but out. Flag up on the far side from the assistant Mark Scholes. It will be checked.
Ooh, this is interesting, I think. Thought he'd flag for the ball going out. Seems to be this offside, and you look at the defender.
Tata, good strength, brilliant effort! Oh, what a goal! All smiles for Jean-Philippe Mateta. That was simply sublime!
He's just...
Another costly draw for Mikel Arteta and Arsenal, which means that in terms of points they can only draw level with Liverpool. The Reds still need points to be absolutely sure, but the title edges closer to Anfield and further away, if possible, from the Emirates Stadium.
Arsenal kept Liverpool's Premier League title-winning champagne on ice, but only just as they were held to a 2-2 draw at home by Crystal Palace on Wednesday. First-half goals by Jakub Kiwior and Leandro Trossard looked like being enough for a lackluster Arsenal against a lively Palace side who equalized with an Ebereki Eze volley. But there was a late twist as Palace substitute Jean-Philippe Mateta produced a superb chipped finish over Arsenal keeper David Raya in the 83rd minute. The draw left second-placed Arsenal on 67 points from 34 games with Liverpool on 79 from 33. Had Arsenal lost, Liverpool would have won the title on Wednesday, but they can now seal it with 1 point against Tottenham Hotspur on Sunday. Both Arsenal and Palace have huge cup semi-final games looming. Arsenal in the Champions League at home to Paris Saint-Germain next Tuesday, and Palace this Saturday against Aston Villa in the FA Cup. 12th-placed Palace could have been excused if they were distracted by what will be the biggest game of their season. Instead, it was Arsenal who were off the pace as they drew for the 13th time in the league this season and 5th time in 8, a statistic that has allowed Liverpool to all but mathematically wrap up a record-equaling 20th English title. Palace, who left key players Mateta and Ismaila Sarr on the bench but still fielded Eze, will have taken great heart from their display as they prepare for Villa on Saturday. Eze took his goal brilliantly, connecting with Adam Wharton's corner to bounce a volley in off the post past Raya. But the best was saved to last as Mateta, still wearing the protective covering on his ear badly gashed in the FA Cup 5th-round tie against Millwall, lofted a sensational shot over Raya after a bad ball from William Saliba had put Arsenal captain Martin Odegaard in trouble.